Wow, look at you guys. Well, let me guess. You're another one of those groups come down to Georgetown looking for a good time, no doubt, huh? Come on in. You're looking to escape the constraints of morality that put a damper on the good times where you live. Am I right? Exactly. So I'm very sorry to have to disappoint you, but it would seem that the good old days of Georgetown may be numbered. And you have my two main competitors in the saloon business in part to thank. John Bennett and George Walsh. And this makes no sense. George, he led the charge to debauchery back in Georgetown's salad days when he opened the infamous Bohemian Park Roadhouse. Oh, that place was an inspiration to me, folks. Extravagant dinners, gambling, endless bottles of booze, wine, and beer, and a brothel of sultry women conveniently located upstairs. Oh, this used to be a debaucher's paradise down here, and now there used to be 24 saloons. My Palace Bar, 24 saloons operating around the clock, raking in profits, and now George Walsh, he's going to run for councilman on the reform ticket of all things. The Roadhouse King himself, councilman. Yeah. And this annexation trend, it's catching like a bad cold. 2 years ago, those yellow bellies over in South Park and up in Columbia City, they both joined up with Seattle. I mean, we're being flanked on all sides by the damn city of Seattle. State law says we can't make liquor, we can't sell liquor if we're within 1 mile of Seattle city limits. Our way of life is being threatened down here. The threat of brewery closure has got Mayor Beermeister Mueller so scared, he's turned reform. And now he's passed a law saying saloons gotta close at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock? Who ever heard of such a thing? How am I supposed to sell beds and booze? I gotta close that early.
Hardly enough time for the drunk girls to get, those drunkards in.
Exactly. How are my dealers supposed to maintain their advantage with sober gamblers at their tables?
The state of affairs is a calamity.
Yeah, damnation to Seattle, those reform ticket louses and those goody two-shoe teetotal Bible thumpers.
Amen, Barman.
Madam Rizzotti, it's good to see you. Tell me, business is good tonight?
Oh, it's much slower than I would like. When we citified in 1904, that Mayor Mueller had business interests in hand. There were over 300 brewery workers and plenty of racetrack winners climbing our stairs to share their bounties with our beauties, proudly offering up to be your vamp, tramp, trollop, tart, hussy, harlot, jade, Jezebel, mole, minx, or femme fatale. Now our clients are fewer as the squeeze towards moderation and moral reform tightens their belts and scurries them home. How is my parlor to produce adequate orgies with no patrons? Some of you fellas look fit and flush. How about coming up for a spell? Don't waste your time on those cut-rate hurdy-gurdies down near Yesler. 2 for 1 special, anyone? Actually, my stables are dwindling now that my feistier girls got a taste of tighter purse strings and got all fired up at that fancy Alaska Yukon exposition they had this summer. I taught them the trade that bought their ticket on the inside passage, and now they're setting up shop in every working town in the Alaska Territory. I'm getting lonely. At least I've got my dreamstick to pass the hours. Oh well, maybe I'll run along to White Center where the rules are a little bit more to my liking. Any of you classier lassies want to come with me?
I tell you, your end can't come soon enough for me, you two. Folks, there is too much temptation for a man on the streets of Georgetown these days. Even for one as strong as my husband. Well, you see, he's a human carpenter with the local 550. he helped to build half of the saloons on this street since we became a city. I mean, you could say Georgetown's been good for our family, well, until his earnings start ending up in the pockets of the likes of him. And we have a daughter now. Now, what kind of future is Georgetown offering her when she's grown? I mean, you cannot swing a dead cat around here without hitting some trollop hanging out some window downtown. Men, well, they're just drunk on the streets. How are we supposed to raise a decent family with an environment like this? I'm urging people to vote reform. Auburn Slocum for mayor. And what would be so bad about annexing to Seattle anyways? I mean, our volunteer fire team, sure, they do a fine job down here at the bottom of the hill where the saloon and the breweries are. But what about us folks who live up on the hillside? I mean, we have no hydrants. We have no water up there. My neighbor, her house, it caught fire this past fall. And all the firemen could do was stand beside their team of pretty black horses and watch that house burn to the ground. We need a paid fire team, and we need water to fight fires. Well, this is something Seattle could give us, and it's something that our neighbors up on the hill and across the river, they're already enjoying. So, ladies, we're about this close to getting the right to vote. Let's all get involved in these politics. Let's vote reform, Slocum for mayor, and vote annexation.
Once I had the right all night to sell good times and booze, but if we join up with Seattle, my license I may lose. Reform ticket, annexation blues. All the losers will sing annexation blues.
My girls and I are feeling the pinch to the slide of moderation. But if we leave, the gents around here will truly know frustration. Screw this reform ticket, annexation blues. All the losers will sing annexation blues.
For the sake of our family's futures, vote reform ticket. This way of sin's gone on long enough, and now it's time to kick it. Reform ticket, annexation blues.
All the losers will sing annexation blues. All the losers will sing annexation blues. All the losers will sing annexation blues.
All right, goody two-shoes, get off my back porch. You're bad for business. 2 for 1, folks. Just enter around front. We'll see you inside. Thanks. Good night. Hey, check out the girls. Get them ready.